Hello boys and girls in the blue room, it's Inga. Today I wanted to share some more information about birds, since we're studying the birds in the month of May. And I thought we would talk about feathers. And this book is titled Feathers, Not Just for Flying by Melissa Stewart. I have a collection of some feathers and some of my feathered friends. I thought let's read together and I can share some of the feathers. Feathers not just for flying. Birds and feathers go together like trees and leaves, like stars in the sky. All birds have feathers, but no other animals do. Most birds have thousands of feathers, but those feathers aren't all the same. That's because feathers have many different jobs to do. These are some feathers. This is the peacock feather. This is a swan feather. This is a red-tailed hawk feather, just like this one right here. Do you know what this one is? It's a blue jay feather. Here's our blue jay. The blue jay. This is an American bittern feather. I do not know what this is called. An Inga. This is a cardinal. I have a cardinal feather right here. I have a few actually. See? I will show you. This is a wood duck feather. And I actually have that beautiful feather right here too. See the little stripes in the feather? Whoops, I'll put that one up here. And this is a rosy-faced lovebird and a dark-eyed junco. And this is a junco right here. We'll talk more about the junco in a minute. He has this beautiful white tail. Let's see what happens. Feathers can be warm like a blanket. Now this, boys and girls, is the blue jay's flying feather. Okay? But they also have smaller feathers that tuck into their bodies and also keep them warm. This is a hawk feather, and look, this feather is also a hawk feather, but do you see? It's very fuzzy at the bottom. It's close to their body where it keeps them warm. Whereas this long one is for flying, and this shorter one is a different wing, closer to the body. On cold, damp days, a blue jay stays warm by fluffing up its feathers and trapping a layer of warm air next to his skin. Do you see how fluffy he is? This is the wood duck in Minnesota, or a cushion like a pillow. A female wood duck lines her nest with feathers she plucks from her own body. These feathers cushion the egg and keep them warm. She probably doesn't use that beautiful head feather. Here's a wood duck. They have some really pretty feathers, and this is one of them up on the plume with that beautiful line. Those stripes at the top. It's just a beautiful feather. And here they are lining the nest. Lining the nest. Feathers can shade out sun like an umbrella. You know who that bird is? It's the great blue heron. And here he is. I can make him squawk. I do not have any great blue heron feathers. Blue herons, they stay pretty far away and it's hard to see them. As a hungry tricolored heron wades through the water in search of food, it raises its wings high over its head. The feathers block out reflections from the sky and shade the water. This makes it easier to spot the fish and the frogs that they would like to eat. We talked about that when we read our book about Henry the Impatient Herring, didn't we? Or feathers can protect skin like a sunscreen. There's a hawk flying. Here's a hawk feather, very similar to this feather. Whoa, Nellie. See it? see what it says about sunscreen. On sunny summer afternoons, red-tailed hawks spend hours soaring through the sky in search of prey. Their thick feathers protect their delicate skin from the sun's harmful rays. They don't need sunscreen, they use their feathers. Feathers can soak up water like a sponge or clean up messes like a scrub brush. On sizzling summer days, a male sand goose cools off by soaking his belly feathers in watering hole. Then the proud papa flies to his nest while dad guards the chick. The little ones suck on his feathers to quench their thirst. So it's almost like the feathers can be a water bottle. They hold the water till the babies can get it. And an American bittern always cleans up after it eats. Its feathers have brittle tips that crumble into a dusty powder. The powder is perfect for scouring away dirt and slimy fish oil that sticks to its feathers. Feathers are very nifty things. Feathers can distract attackers like a bullfighter's cape. That would be, boys and girls, what I talked to you about, the junco. The junco has this amazing tail. It's all different colors, and when it flies away, it opens its tail and you can see stripes, and it really catches your eye so that you look in the back where it was versus where it's going. A dark-eyed junco distracts its enemy by flashing its bright white feathers on the outside of its tail. Then it quickly covers the feathers and darts off in a different direction. It's a tricky bird. Or hide a bird from predators like camouflage clothing. A female cardinal's dull grayish-tan body and feathers blend in with her forest home. They help her hide and protect her nest from the enemies while she sits on the eggs. There is a female cardinal. See how you can hardly see her in there? So the male cardinal, boys and girls, looks like this. And the female cardinal, like they just said, is more brown. So you don't see it as much when it sits on the nest. But this is the daddy and this is the mummy. And here are the cardinal feathers. This again is a red cardinal flying feather. And this is a smaller feather closer to the body. You can tell because it has the fluffy parts to it. And here's a very small inside feather. Do you see? It has the red at the tip, but inside near the body, it's very, very gray. And look at this small feather. This is my smallest feather. Do you see how small it is? Let me see if I can show you. It's just like the tip of my finger. It's a little cardinal feather. Hard to see, isn't it? Those are cardinal feathers. So some of them are for camouflage and some of them to make them pretty. Feathers can make high-pitched noises just like a whistle. When a male club-winged mannequin wants to get a female's attention, he leans forward, raises his wings over his back, and rapidly shakes them as feathers with ridges rub against feathers with stiff, curved tips. A squeaky chirping sound trills the air, and there's that bird holding its feathers up high and making that sound. Not all feathers make sound. Do you remember we talked about the owl, boys and girls, and how the owl, the barred owl, its feathers are much more fluffy and jagged than the hawk's feathers that are very smooth, because the hawk needs to go really, really fast and doesn't care if it's loud because it hunts during the day, whereas the owl needs to be really quiet when it's hunting, and so the feathers are made to be quiet and let air through so it doesn't make such a big noise. And here are some more hawk feathers. Look, here are the ones that are as close to their body. See how fluffy they are to keep them warm? Downy almost. And here's a smaller wing feather, but still a hawk feather, you can tell. Okay? This is my friend, the barred owl. Or attract attention like fancy jewelry. Do you know that bird? It's called a peacock. When it walks, normally it just has its fan flat, and then when it wants to put on a show, it spreads its beautiful feathers out for all to see. Another bird that does that, boys and girls, is the turkey. It waddles around, and it keeps its back feathers like this, but then when it wants to show off for the women, it sticks its beautiful fan up like this and gobbles and acts real proud and proper. This is a tail feather from a turkey, And this is one of the ones that he stands up very proud and a big fan. Isn't that a beautiful feather? With so many different colored browns and spots and stripes. Feathers can also dig holes like a backhoe. Can you believe it? Some of them are so strong they use their wings or their tails. After bank swallows mate, they make a home together. First, the male uses his bill and tough feathers on his lower legs to dig a 2-foot-long tunnel into a stream bank. He pushes the dirt out with his wings. Then the female builds a nest of straw, grasses, and leaves at the end of the tunnel. Here are the holes in the bank near the ocean. And here he is digging. Or carrying building supplies like a forklift. Most birds carry nesting materials in their beaks, but not the female rosy-faced lovebird. When she finds grass, she tucks them under her rump feathers and flies them back to the nest. Look, she tucked them under her rump feathers. How silly is that? Most of them carry them in the beaks, though. You'll see robins right now carrying straw and grass to the nests. Feathers can help birds float like a jacket. This is a swan, and this is a swan feather, although it's more inside than the outside swan feathers because it's already got the fluffy inside. And it's a young swan because the young swans are brown. They don't turn completely white till they're older. Mute swans glide smoothly across the water's surface. Pockets of air trapped between their feathers help these graceful birds stay afloat. It also helps them plunge down like a fishing sinker. Here's a bird that swims to the bottom, and it has wings that help it dive down and steer. Most birds make a special oil to waterproof their feathers, but not the Inga. The weight of its wet feathers helps the hungry hunter dive deep down in search of fish, crayfish, and shrimp. Feathers can glide like a sled. Emperor penguins have tightly packed belly feathers that form firm, slick surfaces. The feathers make it easy for these birds to slide across the ice. There are the penguins sliding, just like someone uses a sled. Or sprint across the snow like snowshoes. These are parmesans, and they have almost like snow boots that help them walk in the snow. But most of all, feathers can give birds the lift they need to race through the sky. And that's what these are wing feathers, and these are wing feathers, and these are wing feathers. And as the birds get smaller, these are wing feathers too. This, boys and girls, is from a yellow shafted flicker. A yellow shafted flicker is this one right here. And the shaft, you see there are the dots on the feathers. And the shaft is the middle piece right in here. You can see that it is yellow. In this case, there is another flicker with a different color. And its tail feathers, oh, they are beautiful too. They have these little, look at this, they have these little dots on them. Do you see the dot? Maybe not. It's hard to see the dot on it. They're just so pretty, but they're very fluffy. And then this, boys and girls, I was going to show you this is a downy woodpecker. And these, do you see the little spots on the wings? Well, these are the feathers from the downy woodpecker. Here they are. Here are the spots, and here are some that are a little longer. It's hard to pick these little feathers up. They're a bit tricky to pick up. Whoops, there you go. And then here is a feather that's closer to their body. Keeps them fluffy warm, but it still has those little stripes. There are all different types of feathers on all different types of birds. Feathers, not just for flying. They are also different colors, boys and girls. This is the goldfinch. The Goldfinch has these beautiful feathers this time of year, whereas in the winter it's a little bit more brown. They kind of fade. This is a goldfinch. What else? And the seagull has big, long white feathers, and then its flying feathers are gray. And here's the red-tailed hawk with the spots and the stripes. And here's the red tail. That's the red-tailed hawk. I also, boys and girls, was so excited. I did find an eagle feather. And the reason we know it's an eagle feather is because of the color. It has some spots down here. And it's also, this is how long it is. It's 12 inches long. But I can't keep an eagle feather. Eagle feathers have to be given back to the Wildlife Conservatory, and they're sent out to Colorado, where they are kept by the Native Americans, who revere the eagle as a very special animal. But it is fun to find one and get it to its proper home. I hope you enjoyed learning about feathers today. Birds are amazing creatures. We talked about beaks. We talked about feathers. Check it out. It's a beautiful day. See what those birds do in your neighborhood. Have a great day, my friends. Ta-ta for now.